foot drag. This is invaluable, especially when you get those very heavy opponents. So I have a partner, a training partner, who's usually right around 280, and he got his black belt in 1998. This guy is so good, and he went through it. He's so good. Mark Lyons, okay, he is so good. Trying to do lifting things with him, it's difficult, because not just because of the weight, but because of how he settles his weight and all. It just makes it so hard. And you can do this against people 350 or whatever if your technique again is good. So we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna bring him down. Okay, so, and again we have to do this quickly. So maybe I started to lift my hip. You just feel there's nothing there. And with experience, you'll get to know when someone's mounted on you and you go, oh man, this guy's not moving. His weight's in the right place. Could be a woman also. The weight's in the right place. The hands are in the right place. This is just going to be hard to move them off base, like we talked about, or open their base. Those two options are out. They've solved those problems. They know what they're doing. So now I'm just going to go to the foot drag. So what I'm going to do very simply is I take my far foot. So if I'm looking to my left, I'm going to be on my left side a bit, actually quite a bit, you'll see in a moment. And I'm going to reach over with this one and try to drag his foot across my leg to put him into quarter guard. Okay, but here's the problem. See, Charles right here, right? And I go like this. The first thing is I have to get my leg flat and I have to turn. Okay, now with my underhook, I'm not going to keep my underhook up here when I turn, because it's inhibiting me, and now he does have a chance to go to a high mount, come up high, and now my arm is trapped under his arm, and he can, it's bad. So you're gonna go low with your arm now. So you're gonna go from here down to here. Okay, I get on my side, but notice, I want to get my heel, that little hook in the heel, underneath here, this little space. If I go at his toes, nothing's gonna happen. If I go at his foot, nothing's gonna happen. I have to actually hook underneath, because I need to lift his foot up and over my thigh so that I can capture it here. That's what we're trying to do. Try to get to this quarter guard position, and then we'll look at the recovery all the way. So what I need to do is what? I'm here, I'm just gonna put my elbow down. I'm gonna just keep everything real narrow and just slide a little bit. Now I can hook, I pull it over and go there. So one more time on that. It's very important, because you're gonna say, oh man, I cannot do that foot drag. You just get your elbow in. So not totally underneath, just in front. I don't need to have it underneath him. Again, he might be so big that I can't lift and get my elbow underneath. I just go here and I keep it where it is and I move myself. Again, that's jiu-jitsu, right? Not trying to push it down. I keep it where it is, which is a lot easier than moving it. I move myself. I reach over, find it, and I drag it in. Okay, that's the foot drag. But especially with striking, I'm not that much better off. He's gonna sit up, and hey, I got quarter guard. Not gonna happen so well. So immediately you want to turn and face the other way. So how am I gonna do that? So now you're gonna do a hip switch. You're gonna lift like a shrimp, sort of almost like you're doing a bridge from here, but first you have to turn the other way. So it's similar to a hip heist. But now I'm not doing his whole body. I'm just doing the weight pretty much of his leg. So I'm bringing the feet way in, because you need to lift that hip up high. If I go out here, I can't lift the hip very high. I bring it way in, I lift up, and I turn all the way to the other side. Now if we go again, when I do that, there's a scissoring motion of my legs. Okay, I come in, I lift up. When I get about right here, there's actually, Jarlin will tell you there's constriction. He can feel there's actually, I'm really pinching that thing by trying to take my knees across each other. Very much like when you're doing a leg entanglement and controlling someone's thigh. You do a scissor sort of motion and you pull in, so it's very tight. So you need that so they don't just slide out right away. But there's another vital part of this. So we go here, right, here. Notice this bottom leg flat, straight flat. so I can turn easier. I come here, my hand came down, I get in, I hook that over, and then I bring it all up into me. Here comes the next part. Up, switch over, and he's gonna do a knee slice pass right here. Boom, and pass my guard. Okay, so you have to know that knee slice is coming, and you have to stop it before it happens. So from right here, boom, in, pull in. Okay, quarter guard, and I have to get totally on my side. Arm low. Now, feet in so I can get a good lift. And I can rotate up. I'm just gonna keep my hand on his knee so that he cannot knee slice. It's that simple. To stop the knee slice, put the hand on the knee. Okay, so if he had combat base or something, he's like this, and he's about to go knee slice like that. Okay, we go again. Okay, let's turn this way. So we'll actually go on the other side. Rotate. So if someone is like that, just going here already, you can come back, right? You don't want him to go down, and you're like, oh, what's happening here? And now he's passed, right? You can just simply stop it by putting your leg, and then you can move away. And just so you know, since we're doing it, you know, sometimes if they're like that, it's a good idea just to put your foot on it, because that stops a lot of stuff if you have a little more distance that they're trying to come in. Yeah, and then you can look to get your grips and start working things, okay? But on this one, boom, we're here. I can't buck him up. I extend, turn on my side, rotate, move up a little bit, hook it up, pinch, pull in, up and over while scissoring, push on that leg, and now back we come. Against big, heavy guys, this works really well. This is the first mount escape I teach to women, because chances are, especially self-defense wise, you know, we're not training a 110-pound athlete to go against a 110-pound athlete if we're thinking self-defense. We're training that 110-pound athlete to go against a 250-pound attacker. This works very well when there's a big size and strength disparity.